At the end of the day, like I felt like people was like, "Oh, but Shangela won. She won." It was like, okay. First of all, I don't think she should have won Snatch Game either. That's the thing is, people you can't rely on the judges' critique. Sometimes the judges don't know what they're talking about. Sometimes you got to
Yeah,
go based on what you think, and that's why when they put us to judge, nobody voted for Shangela. So
That was fighting for gay rights, and people were killed. They
Nobody
were
was killed at Stonewall.
Nobody was
Nobody
killed.
was-
What's up, guys? Today's video is going to be a little different from what I normally do. Back in December 2023, I had the chance to sit down with Aja and dive into her drag journey. When I first shared that video, I mainly used short clips from our chat while I narrated the story. But here's the thing, I've still got a bunch of her uncut responses just collecting dust on my laptop. So I figured, why not share some of them with you? And if this video hits 3,000 likes, I'll dig into my archive and drop some exclusive clips from other interviews I've done too. But before we start, this video is sponsored by Squarespace, a great supporter of this channel. I've used Squarespace to build my own website, and the process genuinely surprised me with how straightforward it was. Their templates look clean and modern right off the gate. Editing them is honestly kind of fun. It's drag and drop and super visual. No coding, no weird backend setup, just you and your ideas coming to life. What's more is everything you need is built in, from custom domains and SEO tools to full-on e-commerce and payment. It's all there in one spot. You can even check your site traffic and sales with their analytics dashboard, which I love. It keeps things simple but smart. If you've been thinking about starting a site or even just centralizing everything you're already doing, now's a good time. You can start with a free trial by clicking the link in the description and getting an additional 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain, plus supporting my channel in the process. Now, let's begin.
girl, no, I did terrible. I don't know. I can't even hide it. I was not being myself on the season because I was just like so focused on like, I was so, I don't know. I just was like, I don't have nothing. And I felt so intimidated by like the girls pulling out their custom made garments and their custom this and their custom that. And I was like, girl, I was like, it's clipped. I was like, my goal is to last as long as possible. Then when I get off the show, I'm gonna make it seem like I won. And then everybody's gonna believe it. And then I had the bright idea to go on Drag Race and start being experimental with my makeup, which was even worse. Because before Drag Race, I was not even painting like I was painting on Drag Race. I went on there and I was just so nervous about being like, not fucking it up, that I was like, I need to create this new look. And then, baby, I hated the look. That shit still haunts me till this day. Like, I have people, you know how weird it is to like meet people and they're like, oh, like, I get messages all the time. What did you do to your skin? What did you do to your skin? Bitch, nothing, because I've never had crazy skin like that. Like, I didn't have any money
at all.
Baby,
Oh,
I had like,
wow.
I bought like 3 pairs of shoes. I didn't have nothing.
So those were all your outfits, borrowed outfits.
Yes. Yep. It's funny because that first episode is saying, like, I want to be color. And like they made it seem like I was so cocky and so bougie, but like I was like, girl, I literally went to him to get my unicorn outfit made, and that was the only thing I spent money on. And I only spent like a couple $100. I was like, I had to work for that money. You have no idea. I mean, I honestly was like scarred forever. Like after the disaster challenge, I was like scarred forever. When they were like, they read me for my makeup so bad on the stage. Like, and I don't think they show all of it, but like they said, I honestly went to the hotel room that day and I was like, I might just leave. Like, I was like, I don't know. Like, I might just like leave the hotel and just go wander off and maybe somebody will find me. Like, that's how I felt, because I just felt so ugly, and I felt like I was already, at that time, I already had like really bad gender dysphoria. It's something I dealt with since I was like younger. So when they said that, I was just kind of like, wow, like I will never be beautiful. Like I will never be to standard or up to par. And it just made me feel so, I don't know, like nothing. I think you were up for elimination. You hear everybody gasp. And everybody could sit there and say that they was like, oh yeah, we knew she was gonna be in the bottom, but people were sitting there that day like, bitch, I think that you might be in the top today. Like the girls was really saying that. So when I saw the edit and girls were talking about like, oh yeah, you know, she was just so overconfident, I was like, that's funny because y'all been sitting there talking about, oh, I think you're gonna be in the top. So I was like, when we was really there, lined up, you were tops and bottoms of the week, bitch. I was like, oh, maybe I'm in the top. When they said they started dragging, oh, I don't get it. I was like, well, it's a disaster, a natural disaster. It's supposed to be crazy looking.
Yeah.
Like, that's the point. And they were like, well, we don't get it. I was like, I knew the song, but I didn't know the lyrics. I was like, I knew that there was like, I need a hero. That's all I knew. So I said, okay, let's go. To be honest with you, I was like, there's no way that Kimora was sending me home. Like, there was like, no,
Yeah.
like, I said, I love you down, sister, but like, there's no way. This is just no way. So I said, you know what? I wasn't even that shook. I was just pissed because the whole thing and Untuck had just happened. And I was just, I was mad at Nina. And I was mad because the judges and the situation, because like, I was just like so pressed. Because I was just like, why was I, it's not even that. I feel like I was led to believe that I was doing great that week. And then like, because I don't know how to explain it. The vibe was like vibing. And then it was like, oh, well, actually, you're shit. You look like shit. And your whole drag, your act, everything. I'm too ghetto to be in the public eye. And I've realized that. Like, I'm like, I've held myself back for too long. Like, just like trying to be like, yes, oh my God. I can't do that no more. Like, once 2019 came along, I was like, you, all of you. You could all suck that dick. I don't give a like that. It came to that point because it's exhausting to put on this. So I had wanted like a swing, and I wanted to be like on the swing. I was like, it was the whole thing. I wanted this like swing, and I wanted all these like flower petals to be like coming out. Like I had this whole specific thing planned because I wanted it to give like real like kind of like I was like paying homage to the House of Ninja. I was paying homage to, you know, ballroom at that moment, and I wanted everything to come in that ninja aspect. And when you think of the House of Ninja, you think about, you know, a lot of that. I don't know how to explain it. It was very like ninja inspired. So I went and I was like, I need a swing, I need this, I need that. The block wasn't even supposed to be part of it. And then the day of, they were like, so yeah, we couldn't get you a swing because we couldn't clear it, and we can't do flowers. But I was sitting there like, oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God. And then I was like, I was in my hotel room on YouTube, and I was watching videos of Leomi, which is, she's an icon for femme queen performance in the ballroom
Yeah,
scene.
I know her.
And there was a video where she had jumped off of a stage into a zip, and I was like, yes.
Oh, wow.
And the thing was, like, I already Vogue, so I was like, bitch, okay. So I was like, give me a platform and I'm gonna jump off of it into a zip. And that's what I did. But the only thing was that we had to record it like 2 or 3 times. So like, I didn't choreograph it. I freestyled until I got there. So when it was pieced together, people loved it. But to me, I was like, ooh, it looks so sloppy. But like, I was just like, it is what it is. And I was like literally freaking out in between because my corset broke, my nails were falling off, and I was bleeding in the knees. So I was there like, oh, help. Let me tell you something. I was sitting there like, when they called me, they was like, oh, we're going to give you, they assigned us divas like while we were getting ready. So I'm like, I'm in London. I'm like, hello? I pick up the phone. They're like, yeah, we want you to do Amy Winehouse. I'm like, Amy Winehouse? I was like, first of all, I'm a whole ethnic bitch, and you want me to dress up as this dead white woman? I find you the only dead person in the entire cast.
Oh, right.
By the way, you can't make it funny because, you know, her death was tragic, which it was. And I'm like, So what do you want me to do with this?
It limits you. It limited you.
It limited me so bad, and I was just sitting there like, oh my God. Because I was like, I look nothing like Amy Winehouse. I don't, like, I like Amy Winehouse. So I love her as a vocalist. She's one of my favorites. But like, I was just like, what am I supposed to do? So that was very frustrating for me. My waist was at like 20 inches. I need you to understand that I was backstage. My legs were numb. My waist to my knees was burned. I just busted my teeth out. Was burning in fucking agony. When they said I was safe, I didn't give a I was like, girl. You know what? I thought I did fine, to be honest with you. Like, when I was
bottom.
But I was like, why is there suddenly a bottom 3? I was like, I don't get why there's a bottom 3 now out of nowhere. And I was like, I don't think I did that bad. My hair challenge one, when I came out in that Sailor Moon Gundam outfit, oh, it was ridiculous. I was like, how would y'all put me in the bottom after this runway? This was, in my opinion, it was one of the most creative runways that was on our season. So I was like, and Crystal LaBeija is the person who started ballroom. So it was just like, if you're in ballroom and you don't know who Crystal LaBeija is, it's just like.
And they edited out a lot of your best bits from.
Bitch,
Snatch
I
Game.
only answered 2 questions in the thing. I was like, girl, so the way it works is they ask a question and we all answer it again and again and again and again. I thought I had a lot of funny moments, and I was just like, I feel like I was really upset when I saw the episode. I actually reached out to the producers afterwards and was like, what the f is this? Like,
yeah, because even the 2 answers that you gave were like hilarious. So as a viewer, I'm like, why aren't they asking Aja more questions when she's giving these hilarious answers?
Well, because Trixie and Shangela had the drama. I agreed. Ben was carrying. I was like, go ahead, bitch. I was like, you know what? I don't even give a if I win or not. Ben didn't give a if she won or not either. That's the crazy thing. Ben was giving very much. She was like, girl, I don't even want to be here. And I would be like, girl, well, you carrying, so don't do nothing. And she was telling me for a week, she was like, I don't even want to be here, girl. She was like, they're doing a lot. And I was like, no, because they gave us reference pictures and I literally remade one of the reference picture looks and I was like, okay, this is the look. And then they were just being so nitpicky on like the way I was saying stuff and doing stuff. And I was just sitting there like, you know what? I was like, I'm not even gonna say nothing because that's this and this is that. That's that. And I'm just looking at them like, you know what? I'm like, I feel like they really was going hard on me for no reason. And I was just sitting there like, at the end of the day, I feel like this is something Cher would wear to Mother Studio 54. And the thing is that in that moment, I should have defended myself more, but I didn't want to look bad on camera because I felt scared of being villainized. But like, and deep down inside, I wanted to be like, y'all are playing with me. Because look at these, they don't look like they're going to Studio 54. My look was inspired also by that, I don't even know her name, that one bitch who came into the Studio 54 on the horse, on the pony. Like, yeah. My look was inspired by her, by Cher, by Diana Ross. Like, at the end of the day, like, I felt like people was like, oh, but Shangela won. She won. No, because I was in the bottom once. And at the time, Shangela won Snatch Game and she won the musical challenge.
Yes.
But I was like, okay. First of all, I don't think she should have won Snatch Game either. That's the thing, is people, you can't rely on the judges' critique. Sometimes the judges don't know what they're talking about. Sometimes you gotta go based on what you think. And that's why when they put us to judge, nobody voted for Shangela. So, because we are going based off of what we think, not what they think.
Even though it
wasn't a personal thing, it's just that I didn't think that her performance in the show was, when I came back, my thought was, the first episode, Shangela's talent show. She did a lip sync. It was all right. the second episode. She won, but Mariah Carey in a leotard with a dry wig and that butterfly headpiece is clear. No. So she might have won there, but for me, she didn't. The Bachelor challenge, I think she was really funny. So I was like, you did good, but she wasn't on the top, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Snatch Game, I think I should have won, so of course I don't think she should have won. She did horrible in the disco challenge. And she did horrible as that glitter kitty
challenge.
That was horrible. And I wasn't there for the last acting challenge that she won. So
yeah,
based on what I saw with my 2 eyes, she wasn't on the top for me. But then people be like, oh, well, you thought Kennedy was. Bitch, yes. Kennedy was over to me. Like, I don't know, like, Kennedy was hilarious. She may have had her moment in the bottom. Wait, she might have had some moments in the bottom, but like I felt like she also like they said convince us, and she convinced us.
She did.
No shade.
There was this rumor online that they said that Ben de la Creme didn't want to vote for who was in the top 2, and then production like came.
None of us did. But she was none of us wanted to vote, but she was the one. She cried.
Oh, wow. And they were like, no, you guys have to do this. Otherwise.
She was like, I feel like this is fucked up. And yeah, I mean, they was like, you got to do it. And we were like, well, and me and her, like, we used to sneak into each other's dressing rooms, into each other's hotel rooms. So we had a whole conversation about this app right after she left. And it was actually Milk who was like, I think they're going to make us vote. And I was like, I hope not, because they made us all stay. So Milk was the one who was like, I think we're doing like a Survivor style thing where we vote for who wins. And I was like,
thanks again to Squarespace for supporting the channel. Click the link in the description to make your first website and earn 10% off your first order.